Petra, predictions.
First set of qualifiers have already been played, and it looks like they're shaping up the rest of this qualifiers. For Group A, I think second place is really up for grabs, but I'm going to go with Tunisia topping the group in first, and then Comoros coming in second, qualifying for their second ever Afcon. The reason I say Comoros is because I feel like Comoros are better at challenging higher caliber nations like Tunisia than the other nations in this group, and I think that will really be the difference for that second place. Group B, I think this is pretty straightforward. I see Morocco topping the group in first, who have already qualified as hosts, and then Gabon coming in second, qualifying for the Afcon, having missed the previous Afcon. Gabon already won against Central African Republic pretty convincingly. I don't see Lesotho challenging any of the other teams either. Group C, this looks like another straightforward group. I see Egypt topping the group in first, and Cabo Verde coming in second, also qualifying for this Afcon. Mauritania have only won one of their last 14 games. That is poor form, and they did qualify for the last 3 consecutive Afcons, which is good of them, but I see their decline starting now. And for Botswana, they only managed 4 shots on targets in their 2 games so far this qualifies, and I don't see them or Mauritania really challenging Cabo Verde or Egypt. Group D, I see Nigeria topping the group and Benin coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon since 2019 for them. Yes, Nigeria are in a really awkward bad phase, having an awful World Cup qualifiers at the moment, but Benin and Nigeria do have better quality in all areas of the pitch compared to Rwanda, Libya. But I think this group will be tight throughout, and it will literally come to the last match day of who will qualify. Group E, I see Algeria topping the group in comfortably, and then Equatorial Guinea coming in second, qualifying for the Afcon again. Yes, Equatorial Guinea has had a bad start to this Afcon qualifiers, but they are a much stronger team and have much better quality than Togo and Liberia. Yes, they're guilty of tripping up to such teams, but I do think Equatorial Guinea will pull through. Group F, this is turning out to be a really good group actually, but overall I do see Angola topping the group in first, and then Ghana coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon. Ghana have had an awful start and only 1-0 up against Niger at half-time. They decide to sit back. Like, why wouldn't they go for the other goal and to secure the winners? They evidently didn't win in the end, but it is Afcon qualifiers. Ghana knows this kinds of stuff, and I do see Ghana jammily but pulling through eventually. And Angola's had that good start compared to Sudan as well, but Sudan have been in really good form so far in the World Cup qualifiers, but Angola and Ghana are genuinely stronger teams than Sudan and Niger. But this is going to be an interesting group nevertheless. Group G, I see this being a straightforward group. I see Cote d'Ivoire topping the group in first, and then Zambia coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon. Sierra Leone did do well against Zambia in that last match, but overall, I see Zambia pulling through in these qualifiers. I don't see them or Cote d'Ivoire really being tested. Group H, second place is really looking up for grabs in this group, though I do see Dr. Congo topping the group in first, and Guinea coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon. Yes, Guinea's start to this Afcon qualifiers has been bad, and that home loss to Tanzania might really bite them in the backside later down the line. But in that match, they were more dominant than Tanzania, albeit they weren't efficient with their opportunities. But I do see Guinea's quality pulling them through eventually over Tanzania and Ethiopia to qualify, and I think it could come down to the last match day of which teams are going to qualify. This group will be tighter than people think, and you've got to remember Tanzania still have Dr. Congo twice to play, whereas Guinea's already had one of those matches. Group I, this is looking like the most unpredictable and most interesting group this Afcon qualifies, and I think it will come down to the very last match day of which 2 teams will qualify from this group, though I do see Mali topping the group in first and Mozambique coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon. Yes, Guinea-Bissau have qualified for the last 4 consecutive Afcons, but Mozambique's start to this Afcon qualifiers has been near perfect for them. They got an away draw to Mali, they got a home win against their nearest rivals of Guinea-Bissau, so I think this will really pull them through the rest of the qualifiers, and Mali are the strongest team in this group, so I see them qualifying too. Group J, I see Cameroon topping the group in first, and second place really up for grabs, but I'm going to go with Namibia coming in second. Yes, Namibia's home loss to Kenya, who absolutely outplayed them, is really significant and may end up shaping the whole of this qualifiers group. But there's something about Namibia's recent form, their performance in the last Afcons, where I see them being the type of team that will consecutively qualify for Afcons now. And Kenya still has Cameroon twice to play, which will be significant games. And at least Namibia's got rid of one of those games. Group K, I see this being a simple group of South Africa top in the group in first and Uganda coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon. I feel like the quality between South Africa, Uganda and Congo and South Sudan is really big, that gulf, and it's a very skewed group. But South Sudan did really push South Africa, so there could be more hurdles to come. And finally, for the last group, Group L, I see Senegal top in the group in first and Burkina Faso coming in second, also qualifying for the Afcon. Much like the previous group, this is a very skewed group again between the top two and the bottom two kind of teams. I don't see Malawi and Burundi challenging Burkina Faso or Senegal at all, but Senegal are struggling for goals, so they could be tested. So there you have my predictions for the 2025 Afcon qualifiers. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think there'll be any surprise teams qualifying this Afcon this time around? And as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Group L, I feel like this would be quite a straightforward... just click my knee.